Welcome on into another edition of Smart Chat. I hope all is well. Do want to give you my raw thoughts from May 2nd, 2016. And these are in no particular order whatsoever. Raw. Crowd. St. Louis. Okay. It was a okay crowd, I guess. Nothing earth-shattering. But first segment there, we seen Shane McMahon, Stephanie. Stephanie gives back the photo that Vince McMahon stomped on weeks ago of Shane and Vince. She gave back the photo, autographed it as a token of peace. Are you buying what Stephanie McMahon is doing? She has a new change of attitude now. Do you believe it? We don't believe it. But how hot was Stephanie last night? Holy shit. Hot. And Shane McMahon, if you noticed him speak, I don't know if I mentioned this, but I just listening to this guy speak over the past couple of weeks, like, what the heck happened to his voice? Like, he's like reaching, I don't know, did he reach puberty or something? His voice changed. Listen to his voice now as opposed to 7 years ago. It sounds like he's talking through his throat, kind of, or it's through his neck. I mean, I don't know. It just sounds weird. He sounds like Peter Griffin almost from the Family Guy. What is going on with his voice? Just me. Just my little random observation. Rest in peace to Mitch, the plant. Rest in peace, Mitch. And in that segment with Dean Ambrose, Stephanie. Dean Ambrose got under the skin of Stephanie a little bit. Stephanie's then said, Ambrose Asylum will be no more. And then yet again, we seen Jericho attacked. I was reading the dirt sheets from last night, and I thought this would be the end of Jericho for a time being, where he would go on his little hiatus and then eventually come back down the road. Apparently that was wrong. And it seems like this is continuing again. But the bright side from Payback is that Dean Ambrose actually won a match. Rest in peace to Mitch, the plant. Now, speaking of Jericho, whether that was the end of Jericho for the time being or not, who knows? But with Jericho, you got to appreciate what he does. He comes in, puts people over, but it's almost like a combination of the fact that you almost don't want to see him back, because it's like a crutch that WWE uses in bringing back these old veterans to put guys over. It shouldn't be that way. And they've been doing that a lot, recently. This, Vaudevillains with Dudley's versus New Day and Cass. And Cass, in this, I was a little bit worried for him when I seen him had the mic. But he did okay. He did okay for himself. Wasn't too bad, did okay. But still, after that, you clearly see that Cass needs Enzo to do the mic work. Enzo did get the crowd into it. With his catch line that he usually uses with Enzo, did manage to talk a little smack. But Cass definitely needs Enzo for to do the talking. But if you ask me, between Enzo and Cass, and Enzo, who knows how long he'll be out after the injury that he suffered at Payback. But between Enzo and Cass, if this team were to ever break up, I think, Cass would probably get the big push. This guy definitely has the look, the typical WWE look that they look for. He also got, if you look at him, not Enzo, but Cass, he kind of looks like Andrew Test Martin, if you remember from back in the day. He definitely have some test features to him. So I could definitely see WWE pushing Cass down the line, provided that he develops. And it's ultimately what Triple H and WWE wants. But I could definitely see him getting a push. And there's always, for the most part, there's always, between tag teams, there's always the guy that is the star. And you know that it will get that push. And the other guy will be kind of just there. Enzo, good on the mic, but the guy he's too small to get that push. When we looked at guys like, from back in the day too, and it's just common folk, we have Marty Jannetty and Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels got the push. When you have guys like the tag team of Edge and Christian, you probably go with Edge. There's just, Devon and Bubba. Bubba is clearly the star. And so it's just a given. So I could see big things coming down for Cass down the road. And hopefully we don't have to think about that, because this tag team is very entertaining. Vaudevillains, I like them. But that outfit that Goth has, geez, it's really not flattering. Like, that gear is going up his butt crack completely. He needs to find something a little bit more flattering. Aiden English, I could see being a big star as well. I think the crowd, being that it's, now I get it, I'm mid-30s, 35, so I get this whole vaudeville thing that they're doing, the old school thing. From back in the day, from the 40s and 50s, like the Carney, and if you're familiar with that from all the old movies about wrestling, you kind of get the character that they're portraying. I really don't know if this character is sticking well with the WWE, because they're a younger crowd. They really like vaudevillains. Like, who are they? Like, the music doesn't help either. It's kind of like hushed type of music. You don't even know that they're coming out half the time. Maybe they need to change the music to kind of hype things up a little bit for the vaudevillains. But that's just me. I know that the WWE, it seems like, at least, they're really big on having like 3-man teams. Like, you look at New Day, you look at the Wyatts. Here's a guy that would fit perfectly with the vaudevillains, and I think would even help him to get even a little bit more over. And that's Damien Sandow. When he was playing that intellectual gimmick, the silence. Hush, silence. I remember private school, when the nuns used to be my teacher. They would say, silence, hush, silence. Damien Sandow would fit the vaudevillain gimmick perfectly. He kind of has that old school look to it. Why not? Why not throw Damien Sandow in there? He's doing nothing now anyway. And I guess that's all right, because he's collecting a check. It's good to be employed, good to have a job. Maybe let's give Damien Sandow something to do. Put him back on our TV screens. Where do we go? Yes, Little Nate. Charlotte Flair. Natty Neidhart. Little Nate, I can't believe they're revisiting this storyline from 17 years ago in WCW when Charles Robinson idolizing Ric Flair. Legit. Little Nate. I can't believe that brought that up. If you think the WWE, the audience, for the most part, doesn't know who what to think of the Vaudevillains, imagine how clueless they were when they were talking about Little Nate. Like, what, WCW, that was a thing? Who's this guy and why is he on the TV screen? Just me. Just me. Can't believe they're using that storyline. But hey, whatever works, I guess. Speaking of what were they thinking, I mean, you got to give it to R-Truth. I mean, it seems like this guy really, he just does anything that is asked of him to do. R-Truth takes a stick from outside, stick with the leaves, puts his droid phone and tapes it to his branch from outside, and is now teaming with Prince Pretty there. Prince Pretty at this point probably surprised that he has a job. Man, oh man, oh man. I remember watching NXT, and this guy, damn, was he over with the crowd. And that just goes to show, when you're over with NXT, doesn't mean that's going to translate into the main roster. Kind of felt a little awkward when Prince Pretty and R-Truth touches him, and Prince Pretty goes, "Stop it!" And I felt like awkward, and I realized, all right, it's part of his gimmick. He's model. But I don't understand this combination. This was a 5-minute throwaway match. Good that Prince Pretty got the pin. His first win in 2016. But if you do a match like that, can you please possibly, what was the point of this match? And you have Goldust and Fandango now. I mean, just awkward promo backstage. And I remember R-Truth when he was with TNA in 2003. Man, that militant type gimmick, was it the best? It was real good. But R-Truth really has like these goofy gimmicks that he's given. If he's nearing the end, and believe it or not, R-Truth is 50, not like 25, what he looks like. Can we at least throw him in something meaningful, please? Since he's nearing the end. Speaking of awkward, certain fans like to complain about how Roman Reigns is horrible on the mic. Kalisto, wow, equally as bad he's worse on the mic. An exchange there. Kalisto says, JBL, you lost to a small guy, right? And he was trying to think Rey Mysterio. He couldn't say Rey Mysterio. They put him on commentary in Kalisto. It was horrible, awkward. Rusev is now your number one U.S. contender. Did you expect that? I thought that it would have been Baron Corbin after kind of like the push that they were giving Baron Corbin in the beginning. Then he loses to Dolph Ziggler in Payback, which I didn't get. And he's one of the first ones that's eliminated in that Battle Royal. Weird, but that's, again, something that we could never really... Things are questioned, and sometimes it's hard to understand what the logic behind that is. Take it for what it's worth. Emma, smoking hot, picks up the win against Becky Lynch. Is Emma getting a push now? And what's been happening with Becky Lynch? We haven't really seen her Since WrestleMania, where's Sasha Banks? Is this the new time for Emma? Is she getting her push now? Emma changed the look, smoking hot. Was smoking hot before, but now really smoking hot. Better than doing that silly dancing gimmick that she was doing and stomping, marching in place. Did I tell you Emma's hot? Jeez. But you wonder what's going on if Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks, are they going to NXT to just help out the girls division there? Maybe is that why we're not seeing them too much? Interesting to see. Kevin Owens, man, oh man, oh man, oh man, has this guy grown on me. Gold on the microphone. Gold on commentary. Seems like this guy could do it all. Sami Zayn. I get it. Ole, 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 El Generico. I get it. His entrance theme is, you could hum it, you could sing it. I get it. But there's something with generic. The guy's a great worker. I get it. But there's something that's missing with me with Generico. I don't know. Maybe he's a little bit too vanilla. It seems like the crowd is trying to make him into the next Daniel Bryan. I don't know. Generico does not have nearly as much charisma as Daniel Bryan does. I don't get it. I don't see it yet. Something is not jiving there. Something is missing with me, with Generico. Maybe a catchphrase. You need a catchphrase. Catchphrase, especially, is, in my opinion, more important when you're a babyface and a heel. Catchphrase. He needs a catchphrase. It's gonna just, in the long haul, just gonna give this guy a ton of money on merch, t-shirts. Need a catchphrase. He's missing something. Speaking of missing something, Cesaro, man, coming down, and when he was on that ramp cutting that promo with Kevin Owens, against Kevin Owens, he's missing something. I mean, missing something. Is it a catchphrase? This guy's had so many, and give him kudos and props. This guy has had so many stop-starts, heel face, with Paul Heyman, not with Paul Heyman, in the main event picture, then push back to a tag team, vice versa. This guy's probably confused as to what he is. But this whole stripper tearing off of the suit thing really is not the thing that's going to get him over. I'm sure creative thought that this will definitely get you over. He's missing something. He is, and I just can't put my finger on it. Miz. Can you believe that The Miz was actually main eventing WrestleMania? This guy has been around for quite some time. He kind of like gets no reaction. No like boo, no cheer. Just, it's The Miz again. But it's good to see Maurice smoking hot. Miz, I mean, he's almost like a newer version with less charisma of Chris Jericho right now. And that's what he does, is to put people over. I mean, Miz is there. And these are just my opinions, obviously. Last match before we bid you adieu for my Raw thoughts. I thank you for bearing with this for 19 minutes. Reigns, do you like Roman Reigns now? This is what you wanted. Viciousness. Vicious Roman Reigns. And he'll be facing AJ Styles in Extreme Rules. When they had the exchange, AJ Styles with the club there, with the Bullet Club, the Good Boys, whatever they're calling them, I thought that they were going to turn heel on AJ Styles with those chairs. Didn't happen. Instead, AJ Styles takes the chair and instead of hitting Roman Reigns, hits the Usos. And then what happens? Roman Reigns gets up, Superman punch, yada yada yada. That's all she wrote. Attacked. Brutal Roman Reigns. This is what you wanted. Usos. I don't know, man. Usos. They need to change things up a little bit. I remember the Samoan SWAT team. Vicious guys, intimidating. Usos, they just smile too much for me. They smile too much, and every new tag team that comes in, they they just put them over, and that's what they do. They're missing something. They need to change it. They need to change it up because they've pretty much been the same for a couple of years. Just me. Need to change it up. They're a little bit stale. Little bit stale to me. Raw, again, had its highs, had its lows. I know, but we love wrestling. That's why we love wrestling. We're going to be reading the dirt sheets today, tomorrow, every day. Check out other wrestling promotions as well. I do videos on Lucha Underground. Do yourself a favor. Check it out. There are other alternatives to WWE if WWE is not your cup of coffee. I hope all is well, and I look forward to speaking very, very soon. In the meantime, stay classy.